say Tyler T-Rex, but what I prefer, it's kind of a thing we've had all season. I'm like, okay, you're Tyler off that field. You better become T-Rex when you're on the field. So if you just say T-Rex.
I got you. Yeah, we can do that.
Man, awesome. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
No problem.
I've loved listening.
That's cool.
I've loved.
Hello, everyone, from Pirate Stadium in Crandall, Texas, for the season finale of the Greenville High School football season. I'm Bob Muty with Bentley Love and Matthew Middleton, bringing you this broadcast on YouTube, sponsored by Geus. Tonight's contest against the Crandall Pirates will be a difficult one for the Lions, as the Crandall 11 comes in with a record of 8-1. 5-1 in district, good enough for second place in the district. Bentley, it looks like Crandall's going to be a formidable foe tonight.
Yeah, they definitely are. Crandall's led by some just fantastic ball players such as Jeremiah Douglas, who plays both ways, Gage Wickersham, who plays quarterback, as well as Kason Ray, who's their starting running back. And then we got several names on the defense we'll get into a little bit later. But they're really loaded, and Greenville comes into today's game with quite a few injuries, about 12 to be exact, and 5 of those being torn ACLs.
Oh, boy.
So all those guys, obviously, we won't see tonight. A few of those guys we'll see again next season, as the Greenville does have a bunch of underclassmen. But I do expect to see some players step up in big ways tonight for the Lions. Guys like Trenton Clayton, who will be starting at middle linebacker today, made a big effort last week in the absence of Cody Waldrop, as well as number 8 Tyler Trexel, T-Rex, as we just learned, who is a big part of that defense. He doesn't play every single week, but when he gets in, he's a huge part being on that field and makes a big difference.
Yeah, he's not a real big guy, but he does a nice job back there in the defensive secondary. As you mentioned, Crandall will be led by quarterback Gage Wickersham. He's a senior, 5'10", 160 pounds. He runs a 4.6 40. He passed for 2,067 yards and 19 touchdowns last season and already has 1,827 yards passing this year for an average of 204 per game, but it only rushes for 3 yards per game average. Senior running back Kason Ray, 5'11", 205, leads the rushing attack with an average of 117 yards per game and 9.8 points. The receiving corps is led by the aforementioned sophomore, Jeremiah Douglas. He's 6 feet, 175 pounds, and he's been piling up 103 yards per game in receptions. Bentley, whose names are we likely to be calling tonight for the Crandall defense?
Well, there's 2 names that I think we're going to call a bunch, and then there's several others too, but I think the name we'll be calling the most tonight probably is Hudson West, who's got about 10 sacks on the season and somewhere around 72 tackles total. And then we've also got Brandon Wheeler, who's got only about 3 sacks, but he makes a big difference in the secondary. Plays linebacker, but drops back a little bit, and he's got about 99 tackles on the season. So both those guys, I expect to see them all over the field and call their name a bunch tonight.
And they're 2 of the bigger guys on this Crandall roster. This is probably the best Crandall team that we've seen for several years, and they've been in our district now for quite a while. But to be 8-1 coming in, their only loss being a humiliating loss to Midlothian Heritage, 56-3. I don't know what could have happened in that game, but they must have just laid an egg.
Yeah, I think you're right, and we probably won't ever know exactly what happened in that game because we don't have a ton of stats, and the stats don't tell the story on something like that. But that's just a testament to how good that Heritage team really is.
Yeah, they went 3 rounds deep last year, and they'll probably do the same thing this year. We are sitting, folks, in the visitor bleachers, out exposed to the elements. The press box on the home side is just too small to accommodate our setup. So here we are, and we just praying that it doesn't rain tonight. It's a little breezy, but you'll have an opportunity to to look at this game this week, hopefully on TV. We are not able to live stream because of lack of internet. But getting back to Crandall. Crandall, Hudson West, 6'2", 238, and Wheeler, 6'1", 208. Now, other than the guys on the offensive line, the big eaters, they're probably two of the biggest guys on this roster. And Greenville's got some big people. In fact, the offensive line has been pretty much intact most of the year. It's a very veteran offensive line, so we're going to be thin in that category next year. But those guys have pretty much stayed together with just at the middle, and Maps and Orsornio at the guards, and then Mario Valentine took over Sixtos when Sixtos blew out his knee, and then Levi Davenport, the sophomore, who's the other tackle.
Yeah, and talking about position staying intact, that's probably the most intact position group we have on this team. Is every other position group has been battered by injuries. I mean, the Lions are on their third different quarterback on the season, fourth if you count Brand playing some, but third different starting quarterback. And then we've gotten a lot of injured receivers back, but we've had a lot of receivers as well as plenty of other positions miss time.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a tough season for the Lions.
Yeah, and tonight we're missing our kicker. I noticed that Joshua Rojas is not here, and so Nick Just will take over the kicking jobs. But the Lions will be led by sophomore quarterback Julian Ramos. And he'll be backed up by running backs Jaden Johnson, Daniel Renner, and Tobias Abram. The defense will be led by linebacker Jamorian Hamilton and defensive back Caleb Yost. Have you heard anything else at all about this Greenville lineup for tonight, Bentley?
You know, I haven't too terribly much. We've got starting lineups we'll get into a little bit later, but as far as like specific injuries, I know Cody Waldrop won't be playing tonight. He's nursing a knee injury, and that's really unfortunate. You know, you hate to see the senior miss the last 2 games of his senior season. But I've spoken with Cody, and I believe it's mostly a precautionary thing, and something that could get much worse if he gets hit wrong. And so it sounds like he probably consulted with the doctor and made the best decision accordingly.
Does he have a younger brother?
He does. He's got a younger brother, Lucas Waldrop, who wears number 53. He's a sophomore and started the season on JV. Got the call up with 3 or 4 games ago. It was the game that Greenville won earlier in the season. And he's been on the team ever since. I don't know if we'll see him play much tonight. We might. But I expect to see him probably be a pretty big part of that Lions team next season.
And you say he's an offensive lineman?
I think he plays a little bit off, maybe a little offensive lineman and probably some defensive lineman.
Okay. All right. We have the Booster Club did bring the blow up, and they're setting it up in the north end of the field of the stadium here, and we are about ready to have the school songs, starting with Crandall.
Yeah, we'll take a break here for just a second as we're going to have the school songs, and then I believe we'll have the national anthem shortly after that.
Public power means that your utility is community-owned and not-for-profit. It is a commitment to our community. We pride ourselves in local leadership and accountability. At Geus, our mission goes beyond delivering electricity. It's about providing low-cost yet reliable and high-quality electricity, television and internet services, and giving back to the community we live in. At Geus, public power means local leadership and a shared vision for a brighter, more connected Greenville. Together, we're lighting the way to a better future.
Ladies and gentlemen, at Pirate Stadium, our goal is to ensure that everyone enjoys the game tonight in a safe environment. While you're watching the game, if you see anything that is suspicious or unsafe, please report it to the closest stadium attendant or law enforcement officer. As a reminder, disorderly conduct will not be tolerated by anyone and will be addressed in accordance with district policy and state law. Please also remember the use of tobacco products, including electronic cigarettes, is prohibited in the stadium and on school district grounds. Please refrain from smoking until you return home. Captains for tonight's contest for Crandall. Number 9, Hudson West. Number 8, Mason Ray. Number 1, Cordero Frazier. Number 32, Kelsey Hunter. Number 52, Will Tipton. Number 3, Jeremiah Douglas. And number 6, Lamaje Collins.
And we are back here at home. Just been great stuff.
Captains for Greenville. Number 1, Abe Lewis. Number 6, Caleb Yost. Number 18, Jamorian Hamilton. And number 55, Nicholas Just.
All right, we're back here at Pirate Stadium.
No.
Greenville has won the toss with the further options into the second half. Crandall will receive, defending the north goal. Pirates will receive at the north end of the stadium.
Check, check.
All right, folks, and we're back here at Pirate Stadium as we just had the coin toss, as well as both teams running out of their tunnels. Crandall, running out of a tunnel with some smoke machines, and y'all are going to be hearing from me for a little while as we work on figuring Bob's mic out. I had the coin toss while we were away there. Greenville chose to defer to the second half, and Crandall will be receiving and defending the north end goal. So the captains for Greenville were the normal number 1, Aiden Lewis, number 16, Caleb Yost, number 18, Jamorion Hamilton, and number 55, Nicholas Just. As we see Greenville meeting in the end of the end zone like they do, getting ready to get things underway here. See the Crandall band on the field to start us off, which is a little bit different than normal, but they play the fight song for their football team as they run out onto the field from the field. So that's kind of neat. Teams joining themselves on the sidelines and getting ready for the national anthem. As we're going to take a break here for just a second and get ready for the national anthem. We'll be back after the national anthem.
Thank you. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors. Tonight's honor guard is presented by the Crandall High School JROTC Pirate Battalion. The United States flag is carried by Cadet Command Sergeant Major David Diaz. The Texas flag is carried by Cadet Private Emanuela Akabi. The Pirate Battalion flag is carried by Cadet Sergeant Tori Hunter. The right guard is Cadet Private Michael Medrano. The left guard is Cadet First Sergeant Aiden Ramirez. And at this time, we honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Crandall High School Pirate Regiment.
Does it sound good? Mic check. Mic check. Okay. We're gone? All right, I think we're back with a microphone now that works. Matthew's struggling here in the elements. Something's affected that particular mic pack, but whatever. As Bentley mentioned, Greenville did defer. They won the toss, and I believe they'll be receiving. So if that's indeed the case, Crandall will be kicking off into a pretty stiff wind from north to south. Got another one of those fields that's turf, and it's got the different colorations every 5 yards, which I really like, Bentley.
I do too. It's a great looking field and a great looking night tonight.
Got Crandall in yellow with piping, white piping on the north end, and then the Pirates printed in the south end zone. It's going to be a pretty good night for football, and we've got a 1-8 team against an 8-1 team, so it's going to be a tough road to hoe for the Lions, I think, tonight.
Yeah, it is. We're looking at a kickoff temperature of about 69 degrees, and like we mentioned before, we're out in the open air tonight, so we can feel it. And I don't know about you, Bob, but it feels pretty good out here, I'd say.
So far, I'm able to handle it. So you were right. They will be, Lions will be kicking off. Just will be doing the honors, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. So they're kicking with the wind. It's a high kick. Comes down inside the 20-yard line, taken on the far sideline. Up the sideline goes the receiver before he's pushed out of bounds around the 37-yard line. Gage Wickersham, a senior quarterback, wears number 4. He'll be at the helm for the Pirates. And he'll have Jeremiah Douglas as one of his wide receivers, and probably he'll have Cason Ray in the backfield to start off this one. He's got 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Crandall dressed in all black, Lions dressed in all white. Shotgun formation, handoff to Ray, off left tackle. He picks up about 4 yards. He's still pushing the pile. Nice job by the senior running back.
Yeah, and it looked like that tackle was made by number 26, Trenton Clayton, for the Lions with some help, but he was the first one in on the play.
As we said, Ray's a pretty good-sized kid for a running back, 5'11", 195, so actually 205, so he can probably move the pile. Wickersham's going to keep it this time. He's got a lot of room around the right side. He dodges a tackle, and he's down the far sideline inside the Greenville 40-yard line.
Yeah, forced out of bounds there by number 16, the senior Caleb Geus.
And take that. That was not Wickersham. That was number 15. So if maybe Wickersham is not in there right now, we'll wait and see. That's number 15, a quarterback. And that's Douglas on the carry. So we'll get that number 15 identified for you.
Number 15 is Luke Van Landingham, listed as a junior receiver / defensive back, but he's playing some quarterback here. Although we have not seen him throw the ball, so maybe they're working on something interesting to start us off.
We'll have to listen to the PA announcer and see if that is indeed Van Landingham or whether Wickersham's got a different number. Up the middle goes Cason Ray for about 5 yards. It's going to be enough it won't be enough for a first down. It'll be up third down, about 3.
36-yard line, Cason Ray on the carry.
As it was number 63, Luis Ortiz in on the tackle for Greenville there.
LeGarren Savage into the game at his nose guard position. Third, we'll call it 3. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line of Greenville. And quick pass out here to the near side. Receiver's got some room going down our sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds after picking up a first down.
Pushed out of bounds there by number 1, Aiden Lewis.
Number 35, Hayden Franklin.
Okay, it is Van Landingham at quarterback, so we'll try to identify what's wrong with Gage Wickersham, the normal starting quarterback. First down, Crandall, inside the 30-yard line of Greenville. fakes the handoff, coming left on a bootleg. Van Landingham, a tall, lanky guy, gets about 7 or 8 yards.
And several lines in on the play there, led by Trenton Clayton, as well as Caleb Yost on the tackle.
You'll hear those names called quite frequently tonight from the Greenville defense. Yost has really been doing a great job from that free safety spot. Second, we'll call it 4 for Van Landingham. Fakes the handoff, quick pass outside. Flat pass, hard to bring down, but finally thrown down by 2 Greenville Lions. One of them is probably Yost.
It was number 1, Aiden Lewis, who slowed him, and Yost who finished him off.
Well, that's the job of a free safety. That's why you call. I think they call him a star, and they just have to cover the whole field.
Yeah, and he does a great job of it. He watches the play, figures out what's happening, and then he's quick to the ball.
He's got good speed, and that helps as well. Third and a long 2 for Crandall. Van Landingham, quick pass out to Douglas. Douglas breaks a tackle, breaks a second tackle, forced out of bounds down around the 10-yard line of Greenville.
And eventually taken down there, it looks like by number 90, Armstrong Teeters. A little bit different seeing a defensive lineman making a tackle that far back.
Yeah, good movement by the sophomore to get that wide and follow the receiver downfield. 1st and 10. Crandall's going to be able to get a first down inside the 2-yard line. Luke Van Landingham fakes a pass, tries to take it up the middle for minimal yardage.
They're taken down there by number 70, Ligarian Savage.
And a late flag.
On the play.
Luke Van Landingham on the quarterback keeper. There is a penalty marker.
That flag was thrown with gusto. Waiting for a call from the official. I don't know whether he's going
to play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 8.
Okay, that's Cason Ray, unsportsmanlike conduct. And then there's another flag. The referee throws his hat this time. So I think he's called a second unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, possibly on the coaching staff. It's interesting, when you don't have a flag, you throw your hat.
Yeah, and we're about to find out what that was exactly, as it looked like number 8, Cason Ray, was visibly frustrated, and it could have potentially been against him.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 8, 15-yard penalty, second down.
Okay, they called the 1 penalty. Let's see if they called a second penalty against Ray. Ball is spotted right now at the 26-yard line of Greenville. And maybe the hat was just, maybe his head got hot. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but they're not moving the ball anymore. So
it's 1st and goal from the 26-yard line of Greenville for Crandall. I'm sorry, 2nd down. And Van Landingham picks up good yardage down to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and about 10 from around the 12 or 13-yard line. Van Landingham's a long drink of water, and he really picks him up and lays him down. Long strider.
Yeah, he does. A tackle made by 26 Clayton there.
I'm guessing Van Landingham probably goes about 6'3 or 6'4.
That's what it looks like.
He is a tall, kind of like Burleson last week from Kaufman. So 3rd down and 11. Fakes left, throws over the middle, incomplete, intending for number 16.
That'll bring up 4th down here for the Pirates, as it looks like we'll see the kicking unit here after the Greenville defense there held strong, with a little bit of help from the penalty, of course.
Yeah, that penalty was big, and Cason Ray, I'm sure, got an earful from Coach Harden. So this will be a placement. Ball's being placed, spotted at the 20-yard line, so this will be a 30-yard attempt into the wind. It's a high snap. Kick is up. And it's no good. It's wide right. So the Lions will take over right there.
That kick was by number 36, Alejandro Carrion. And it looked like Aiden Lewis, number 1, was back there real quick. Not sure if he got a hand on the ball, but he was definitely back there making the kicker a little uncomfortable.
Well, Carrion got good foot into it despite the wind, but it looks like it was pushed right. Possibly a little bit of help from the wind, which appears to be going from our left to our right. So the Lions will take over. Julian Ramos, the sophomore quarterback, up from the JV just games ago. Where's number 13? He'll be at the helm, and he's got Daniel Renner in the backfield with him, and Ethan Brand will be at the H-back spot. Two receivers stacked to the right. That's Whitus and Hale. One receiver left. Ramos hands off to Renner. Renner coming off right tackle. Picks up a couple yards. Brand trying to lead the interference. Gain of maybe 2, Bentley.
Looked like it. Not too terribly much there, but a little bit.
Caleb Yost doing double duty at the wide receiver spot tonight, so he's going to be a busy man. 3 receivers to the right, Yost to the left. 2nd and 8. Lions operating from deep in their own territory. Renner on the handoff, and Renner's up very close to moving the sticks.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and give it to him. So that'll give the Lions a fresh set of downs from the Greenville 30 now. Almost
exactly 10 yards on those 2 plays, so a good start for the Lions. 6:47 remaining here in the first quarter of a scoreless game. Renner to the left of Ramos and slightly behind him. Just snap is good. Renner has it. He's going left using his speed. He's still going, and he's got another first down up beyond the 40-yard line of the Lions.
And he's taken down there out of bounds right about the 41, 42-yard line there. So big pickup by the senior running back.
Well, that's one of the benefits of having Renner in the lineup. He's got such good speed, and once he gets to the outside, he can break a long one.
Yeah, he's not necessarily a power back like Johnson or Abram, but once he gets around the edge, like you said, he's a hard guy to stop.
Once again, the receivers are stacked here on the near side. First down, Greenville, own 40-yard line. Brand in motion, and there's a pre-snap penalty. That's going to go against Greenville.
Practice now. Offense number 0. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
It's a false start, apparently on Renner.
They pull Renner and bring in number 23, Jaden Johnson, who we see take the ball and run it right up the middle quite often.
Yeah, he's the power back. Also plays quite a bit on the defensive side at a linebacker spot. Chris White is checking back into the game, replacing Wiggins. White is sporting some green gloves tonight, Bentley.
Yeah, you can definitely see him well.
Ramos fakes a handoff, finds Brand. Brand's to the 50, the 45, down close to the 40-yard line goes Ethan Brand.
A huge pickup there by Brand, the junior H-back and linebacker there for the Greenville Lions as he flips the field and picks up quite a bit of yardage.
One thing about our vantage point tonight, we are close to the field, and I can see the numbers. It's great.
Well, and something else that's pretty cool is being up in a booth where you can't hear outside. I had no idea the Greenville Lions sideline was this vocal. It's awesome.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions inside Crandall territory. Whitus in motion. Ramos drops back. Now he's going to scramble. Got Hale blocking. Oh, he goes out of bounds and he's down on the track.
Number 25, Jamal Logan.
Wow, looks like he's okay.
Force out of bounds at the...
And he went down head first into the 10th there, but thankfully he's all good as he picked up about 2 on the play.
He almost went unapologetically into the Hunt Regional Healthcare tent. It's not blue, it's black. It's blue in the NFL, black here. 2nd and 9. Ramos takes a snap, hands to Johnson. Johnson is quickly brought down for a loss. And that's Wheeler with his first tackle of the night.
Yeah, it looked like a loss of a yard there. Bring up 3rd and 10 here.
Park the ball back to the 43.
99 tackles, you said, for Wheeler this year already?
Yeah.
Wow.
That made 100 right there, I believe.
Yeah, unless he had one earlier and we didn't pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Lions. Brand and Johnson joins Julian Ramos in the backfield. Brand in motion. Ramos looks downfield under pressure, scrambles, and has to get rid of it. No receiver in the area, but he got the ball past the line of scrimmage. And when you're scrambling outside the pocket, that is not an intentional grounding.
No, and not what we really want to see on that play. I'd like to see something happen there, but glad to see he didn't take the sack.
Well, the Lions showed some spunk early with 3 first downs, and now they'll be able to punt. Actually, let's see. Yeah, Caleb Yost coming onto the field. He'll be doing the punting tonight in the absence of Rojas. The line of scrimmage is at the 40, we'll call it 3-yard line. So this punt's liable to go out of the end zone. And it's a high kick, and indeed, it goes into the end zone.
It's a really good kick there by Yost.
Yeah, he got it up in the air. I'll tell you what, with this wind, you get it up in the air, it's going to go somewhere.
Yeah, it definitely did help him quite a bit on that one.
First down and 10.
So Crandall will have it at the 20-yard line.
Crandall Athletics would like
And
to
they'll
thank
be
our
going up
sponsor,
against the
Empire
wind.
Storage, for their support
Their
of
initial
Crandall
series
Athletics
ended in a
from
turnover
7th
on
grade
downs,
all the way
actually
through High School
a
varsity.
failed field goal attempt. So with 4:13 remaining, we still have no score in this one. Luke Van Landingham in place of Gage Wickersham. Hands to Ray. Ray bouncing off tackle, still loose. And he is finally brought down at about the 30-yard line.
And that was number 23, Jaden Johnson, in on the eventual tackle for the Lions.
That was an angry run by Ray, so he's taken out his frustrations with that play.
It definitely was.
Another first down for Crandall. Lion defense led by Jamorian Hamilton from his outside linebacker spot. And off to Ray. Ray has room off left tackle and gets up over the 35-yard line before he's brought down by Yost.
Picked up about 5 or 6 yards there. So we see number 90, Armstrong Teeters, come off the field and replaced by number 57, Dwayne Berry.
Yeah, Berry's a big kid. We haven't called his number very much. I wonder if he's up from the JV.
He is a sophomore. He joined the roster maybe 3 weeks ago.
Been so many injuries for this Greenville club. Lots of guys getting opportunities, underclassmen. Be able to help next year, Bentley. Van Landingham fakes, coming left on a bootleg. He's up to the 45, and he's brought down there by T-Rex.
A good tackle there by T-Rex and a good read there by the defense to get him after he made the initial breakaway.
Tyler Trexel on the tackle. This is Tyler's final high school football game, and Dad was pretty emotional before the broadcast began. First down, Crandall. Ball at the 45-yard line. Quick throw out to the right to Douglas. Douglas has a blocker, but I think that's Trexel that's got a hold of him, and he brings him down after a pickup of about 7.
A good tackle there by number 8. Bring up 2nd and 3 here for the Lions. Excuse me, for the Pirates.
Second down and 3 for the Pirates.
Van Landingham gets rid of the ball quickly.
He really does.
So we fully expected to see Wickersham, but it looks like we're going to have a full complement of Van Landingham as he pitches out to Ray, and Ray's moving the sticks on the far side.
The toss to number 8, Mason Ray.
Combination of Caleb Yost and Jaden Johnson there responsible for that tackle for the Lions.
And that's good for a Crandall Pirates.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage go the Crandall Pirates. Got one of their wide receivers wearing orange shoes. They kind of stand out a little bit.
Yeah, they do.
Van Landingham takes a snap, fakes the handoff, goes straight up the middle, and he's loose. He's now off the right side, breaks a tackle, and he's down around the 12-yard line of Greenville.
And that tackle was made by number 5, Chris Whitus there for the Lions.
Big hole up the middle for the quarterback.
Blockers definitely did their job on that play.
Yeah, he's had lots of room to run already in this game. Hand off to Ray. Ray has room to run. He's going to get into the end zone for a Crandall touchdown on a 12-yard burst.
And he broke a couple tackles there, but had a big open area and was able to dance his way into the end zone as we see the Pirates kicking unit trot onto the field led by Carry On.
Placement's going to be taken this time by number 28. Kick is up and it's good.
Excuse me, that was a different kicker there. Number 28, Ryan Williams with the extra point there, bringing the score. Crandall Pirates 7, Greenville Lions 0, with 1:20 left here in the first quarter. As we see the Crandall Pirates cheerleader come on to do a little number.
Well, they moved smartly down the field, did the Pirates on that series.
Yeah, they
have a
did.
lot of speed in the backfield. Van Landingham is clearly the running quarterback because, as we alluded to earlier, Wickersham is not a running quarterback. He is a passing quarterback. So possibly when they go into the wind, they're going to use Van Landingham. When they've got the wind at their back, they may bring Wickersham. We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to see. Definitely be interesting if we see two different quarterbacks get a lot of playing time in this game.
Yeah. Van Landingham's an underclassman, right?
He is. He's a junior.
Okay, so here's the kickoff, and it's carry on. 1:20 remaining here in the first quarter. It's a short kick, very high. Aiden Lewis calls for a fair catch at the 25-yard line. That's where the Lions will set up shop. Their second series offensively. First series went pretty good for about 40 yards and then kind of stalled out.
Yeah, had a good start and then just wasn't able to keep it going. Hopefully we'll see a little bit different here.
Take over first down and 10.
Big Levi Davenport is a sophomore offensive tackle for Greenville. He mans the left tackle spot next to Victor Orsornio. And we have just Braden Maps and Mario Valentine rounding out the big eaters up front. Ramos puts Brand in motion, takes a snap, hands off to Renner. Renner's got room, and Renner's up for a first down, Greenville. Quick hitter.
Yeah, it definitely gets all the way to the 35 there and picks up 10 yards for the Lions, give him a fresh set of downs. And you know, like we mentioned in the not last week because he was hurt, but the week before that, he ran off the same side that Brand was on, and they seem to have a lot of success when running behind Ethan Brand.
And they followed Davenport and Orsornio that time, and both those guys are pretty good size as well. Ramos looks right, comes back left, finds Renner, and Renner breaks a tackle, and a good completion, picks up about 7 yards.
That was Whitus there with a pickup of about 6 for Greenville.
The 41-yard line of Greenville, and that's second down and 4 for the Lions.
Chris Whitus on the call, as Bentley indicated. Whitus is another one of those sophomores that's going to play a big part in this team's performance next year.
And years beyond that, too, hopefully.
Second, and we'll call it a long 4. Whitus in motion. Hand off to Renner. Renner is up for another first down.
And Ramos lit up on the play there after the handoff, but looks to be all right after Renner's big run. Give Greenville a fresh set of downs from the Crandall 49-yard line.
And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Crandall leads 7-0, but Greenville once again offensively is on the move. We'll take a break and get this information from Greenville Electric Utility System.
When Geus first brought high-speed internet to Greenville, the world looked like this. Today, more than 20 years later, the world looks like this. Some things change over time, and some things stay the same. Fast speed, reliability, and hometown customer service. Geus, delivering high-speed internet to our hometown for more than 20 years.
We're back here at Pirate Stadium. Bob Muty alongside Bentley Love. And we got David Claiborne sitting at the table with us. Probably won't be able to mic David up, though. We're getting some lot of background noise sitting out here in the elements. picking up the band and probably coming from my microphone, Bentley, since I don't have the little spongy on the end.
Yeah, and it'd be even louder at halftime with them on the field. So Greenville starting us off here in the second quarter.
All right, 1st and 10. Hand off to Renner. Not a whole lot this time as he picks up maybe 2 yards.
A flag back on the 48-yard line over on Crandall's sideline.
See what the penalty is.
It looks like it's going to be offsides against the Pirates.
Okay. Actually, they're marked walking down. Okay, they are walking. They had to go back to the original line of scrimmage to start the 5-yard mark off. Actually, now they added it to the end of the play. That's not right.
No, and they're looking like they're trying to figure that out.
So he's going to have to back up a couple of yards and start everybody over again. I think he's got it right now, so it'll be 1st down and 5. Get the play over again when there's a penalty against the defense. So it's a break for the Lions. Julian Ramos takes a snap, hands to Renner. Renner off right side. Again, uses his speed to pick up about 4.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 2nd and 1 here, it looks like, for Greenville.
They went right that time behind Brandon Valentine, or Maps and Valentine.
2 receivers out right for Greenville as well as 1 out left.
Well, this is the first time we've seen them stack receivers this year.
It seems to be pretty effective so far in the run game, at least.
Well, it sets up the bubble screen well, and there's a guy in motion, one of those receivers we just talked about. And I think that's somebody that's new to the lineup.
Yeah, it looks like number 88,
Jacob Irvin.
We don't see him too often out as a receiver, more so as a tight end up on the line.
Yeah, he looks he's built more like a tight end, and he just got an early start. So that 5 yards we got on that defensive offsides, we give it right back on the procedure penalty.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 2nd and 6 here for the Lions.
Lions moving from north to south into the wind. So Ramos will be challenged with his passing. Hand off to Renner. Renner this time is grabbed at the line of scrimmage. And that's big Hudson West.
On the stop at the 44-yard line, a gain of 2 yards.
That's a big play there by the Pirates.
3rd down and 5.
And we'll call it no gain. 3rd and 5, the ball at the 44-yard line of Crandall, 10:24 remaining, clock running here in the first half of this one. Crandall leads 7-0.
Ramos gets the play from his offense. Good line.
Play clock down to 10. Brand gets the play. He's set up on the left side this time. Whitus goes in motion toward the right. Ramos drops back under pressure, and he's brought down, and the ball actually got the pass away.
Yeah, so he's able to connect with Whitus there, just barely short of the 1st down, but Whitus was able to make a couple guys miss and pick up a new 1st down for the Lions.
Well, that's a great job by Ramos. I thought he was getting sacked.
I did too, but he was able to get it off just barely in time and turn what would have been a real bad thing into a good thing.
Oh, kudos to the sophomore on that throw. Great pass and another reception for Chris Whitus. 1st down, Greenville. Hands off, fake to Renner. Reverse, back to Ramos. Ramos can't find anybody. They tried a little trickery, but Crandall's defensive secondary was up to the task.
Yeah, and they figured out what was going on there pretty quick, and I think Ramos just kind of got it away there as he was looking like he might be under pressure pretty quick there.
At the 35-yard line,
Renner comes out and is replaced by Johnson.
Yeah, they got the flapping shoulder pad. Has to be tucked back in. Renner gets himself a little hydration. So Johnson's in the backfield. 3 receivers left. Strong left formation. Here comes Johnson toward us, and he's grabbed by number 44 right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was Austin Shackleford on the tack for Crandall. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here for the Lions.
We've often talked about the strengths of Jaden Johnson. Going wide is not his strength, really.
That's a Renner play and going up the middle and running over a few people is a Johnson play.
Yeah, Renner play with Johnson in there, so that's just one of those things where your personnel didn't match the play call. 3rd and long for the Lions, 35-yard line of Crandall. Ramos looks downfield. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down. 2 Crandall Pirates there to bring down Julian Ramos, and this force a punting situation.
Quarterback is brought down to the backfield by number 40, Mark Jackson. Mark the ball back to the 42-yard line of Crandall, and it brings up 4th down and 17.
That's a 4th and 17 here for the Lions as we see Caleb Geus come on to punt. This time kicking into the wind.
Yeah, you better keep this one low. They've been using the rugby style quite frequently. And it works pretty good as long as you keep it low. Let's see if Yost is able to keep it under the wind. He gets a good kick away, and that's going to be down around the 11-yard line. So very effective punt by Caleb Yost.
Yeah, and I felt the wind pick up right after it got to the ground. So maybe the wind was helping us out a little bit there, taking a break.
All right, so another pretty good spurt on offense, just not able to finish the job and put points on the board. But they've got Crandall deep in their own end of the field now, and sure enough, I think Gage Wickersham is into the game.
Hey, it looks like you're right.
Jamie Jones. Let's also give a big shout out to our JV gold.
So maybe you were right.
We'll see. I can't tell whether or not that's number 4.
I think it is. It's definitely a single-digit number.
1st down for Crandall.
And Brooklyn Hankins.
And breaking it is Ray. Ray is up the field, hurdles a tackler, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line.
And thankfully, number 1, Aiden Lewis, was there to help out and get him down and keep him from picking up any more yardage there. As Ray was fixing to tear off a big run there, bigger than he did.
Yeah, Gage Wickersham is in the ball game at quarterback. He's got 3 running backs right in the backfield with him, 1 receiver each way. Again, it's Ray. Ray straight up the middle, dodges Aiden Lewis. He's loose on the far side, down to the 30, pushed out of bounds pretty close to the 20-yard line of Greenville. So on 2 plays, Kason Ray just breaks 2 big ones.
Yeah, it looked like he just pushed out there about the 23-yard line or so. So huge run there by Kason Ray.
Well, that's why he's averaging 117 yards a game. He's probably pushing, 50 or 60 already here after those 2 runs. Gage Wickersham, the senior quarterback, now is in the game starting here in the 2nd quarter with the wind at his back. Low snap, looking right, looking for Douglas. Douglas pushes off and gets the touchdown pass. I thought that was clearly offensive pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like it to me, but no call there.
That's Renner on defense, I believe, or was that Trexel?
It was Renner.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeremiah Douglas gets away with a little bit of a push and has an easy touchdown on Wickersham's first attempt of the night.
And Wickersham was also lit up on that play shortly after making the pass.
Wickersham is the holder, and the kick is up and good. So Crandall now will lead 14-0 here at Pirate Stadium in Crandall.
As we see getting ready for the kickoff here as Greenville will be receiving it, and this time going into the wind.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kason Ray showed us some speed and power.
Yeah, he definitely did. He showed the 2 biggest things you need from a running back, and was very effective there, and showed some power breaking off initially, and then he was hard to catch up to as he definitely has a lot of speed.
Yeah, I think I wrote down what his 40 time is.
And Symmetry Sports Construction.
I I think it's in the 4-6, 4-5, 4-6. Probably on the sprint relay team, if I had to guess.
Probably.
7:09 remaining here at the first half at Pirate Stadium in Crandall. Lions trail by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. Deep for the Lions are Hale and Whitus. Kick is up and is going to carry in and out of the end zone for a touchback.
Alejandro Correa with the kickoff into the end zone.
Yeah, and Crayon's got a big leg, but I think the wind had a little bit to do with that one for sure.
There's no doubt about it. This is a kicker's dream when you have it at your back. So the Lions will start at the 25-yard line. Touchbacks on a kickoff result in starting at the 25. If the punt goes in the end zone, they start at the 20. But
at the south end is our Athletic Boosters concession stand.
everything's changed over the last couple of years with the rules of not only high school and college football, but also in the pros.
Yeah, they've changed at all 3 levels, and very few of them are the same at all 3 levels.
I think there's a big pro game tonight in Houston between the Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. We'll try to keep you up to speed with that one. Ramos looks right and throws low, intending for Whitus. Incomplete.
Number 13 on the pass.
Bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Lions.
Falls incomplete.
As we see Renner back in the game at running back here.
Caleb Yost doing duty as the wide receiver on the near side. He's going to be a tired puppy at the end of this one.
Yeah, I'm sure. And we saw him listed as a tight end and playing some tight end earlier in the season, but kind of took a break there and was just playing defense for a while.
Whitus in motion. Quick pass out to Whitus. Nice catch on a high throw. Breaks 2 tackles. Pushed out of bounds. Maybe 4 or 5 yard pickup.
Number 5, Chris Whitus.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to call it a pickup of about 3 there.
Call it a gain of a couple of yards, and it brings up 3rd down and 8 for the
The
Lions.
ball was, the ball carrier was pushed out of bounds. The clock did not stop, Bentley. So the clock operator maybe has decided he wants this one to get over quickly. Maybe they're trying to beat the weather.
Maybe.
Once again, Whitus switches sides of the field. Ramos looks downfield, has good protection, and tries to find Whitus. And the pass is too tall for the sophomore receiver.
Brings up 4th down.
He was open enough to get the first down.
He was, but unfortunately not quite able to bring that one in, as it'll bring up 4th and 8 here for the Lions.
I think Ramos wanted to go deep, but I don't think he had enough arm strength going into this wind.
I think you're probably right.
So with the incomplete pass, the clock does stop now. So Yost stands at his own 15-yard line in punt formation. And there's a penalty. And it's a procedure call against the Lions. It'll set them back another 5.
Practice now. False start. Offense number 26. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
And that goes on number 26, Trenton Clayton, the junior who's in on the Clinton team. So it'll be 4th and 13 here for Greenville, as Yost has got a tall order here kicking into this powerful wind.
Yeah, Crandall's going to end up with really good field position. They've got 2 receivers deep here. It looks like one of them's Douglas. I wouldn't be surprised if the other one isn't Casey Ray. It's a high kick, and it bounds out of bounds short of midfield.
Yeah, went out, looked to be right about the 48-yard line or so of Greenville.
Number 16.
Pretty good kick into the wind by Yost. Let's give him credit for getting a good leg into that one.
Yeah, definitely a great leg on that one.
So the Pirates will start in Greenville territory at the 45-yard line. They lead 14-0. Senior quarterback Gage Wickersham in the game for Crandall. Hands off to Ray, and Ray is negated right at the line of scrimmage and only a couple of yards. Nice job there by, I think that was Clayton.
I think you're right, and that's something that we've gotten to see a lot of in these last 2 games. Trenton Clayton making a lot of big plays and a little bit of a big name for himself.
2nd and 9. Wickersham looks downfield and overshoots his receiver on the far side.
Number 4, Gage Wickersham.
It'll be 3rd and 9.
Number 88, Braden Watson falls incomplete.
That pass was intended for Braden Watson with coverage by number 5, Chris Whitus.
You may be able to hear the public address announcer on our broadcast. And Matthew's shaking his head, so that helps us out here in the, well, it's not in the booth. Rolling right is Wickersham, and he finds his man, and it's going to be a first down conversion. Well thrown.
Number 4, Gage Wickersham on the pass, complete to number 16, Bryce Noble. He's down to the 23-yard line, and that's good for a Crandall Pirate first down.
Chain Gang's getting a real workout tonight.
They really are, with those 2 super long runs earlier and then a few long throws here.
1st and 10, another pre-snap penalty. This probably is going to go against the Pirates.
They're going to call a false start.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And that penalty goes against number 76, Brownie Relish Jones.
Brownie Relish Jones. There's a name for you.
That is quite the name.
Brings up first down at 15.
1st and 15 for Crandall. Ball was spotted just inside the 30-yard line of Greenville. Handoff to Ray, and nothing doing there. The guys up front had a wall built, but Ray was able to step around it and make a nice gain out of it.
Yeah, it looked like a pickup of maybe about 8 or so on the play. Bring up 2nd and 7 here.
And number 8.
There was a wall of black and white shirts, and Ray just was able to figure a way to get around it. 2nd, and we'll call it 7. 4:34 remaining in the first half. Crandall leads by 2 touchdowns. Gage Wickersham fakes a handoff, looking downfield. Crossing pattern is complete at the 5-yard line.
Taken down there by number 5, Chris Whitus.
Number 4, Gage Wickersham on the pass, complete to number 88, Braden Watson. He's brought down by number 5, Chris Whitus.
That was a beautiful throw.
It really was a beautiful catch, and I'm just glad Whitus was there to keep it from being a touchdown.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line for Crandall. Handoff to Ray. Rugby scrum, and Ray is thrown down. No gain.
Stopped by number 90, Teeters Armstrong.
Good play there by Armstrong Teeters.
He goes by Z. I don't know what his first name is. I guess it's just a Z.
Yeah, it could be that, or maybe his name was so long that was all he could fit on the roster.
Well, when you got 2 last names, it makes it a little bit more challenging. Wickersham looks right after a fake and overshoots his receiver.
Yeah, that pass was intended for number 16, Bryce Noble, but thankfully it was over his hands.
He had the orange shoes.
Yeah, very easy to spot and identify, as Yost was in protection there for the Lions.
Well, Wickersham doesn't hesitate to put it up in the air. He's a prototypical professional quarterback. Just likes to
3rd
throw.
and 10 here for the Pirates.
Wickersham rolling right, looking back to his left, throwing to the back of the end zone, a leaping catch for a Crandall touchdown.
Under pressure there by Jaden Johnson, but able to get the throw off and connect with Watson for a touchdown.
He really climbed the ladder to get that one, Bentley.
Hey, he really did.
That was thrown by Wickersham in the only place that his receiver could get it. Placement is up and good. That's one of the things about Greenville's defensive secondary. We've never had any size back there. Yost is one of the exceptions, but generally speaking, we're pretty small back there.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So we're going to take a break here, and we'll be back after this word from Geus.
Conserving energy is important to us here at Geus. We even pay rebates when you buy energy-efficient appliances. Your conservation helps all Geus customers. In the future, we will need to build new electric generators, and this can be expensive. And with our population growing, we will need that power. That's why we give rebates for Energy Star appliances. So think about replacing your bulbs with super efficient LED bulbs or adding insulation to your attic. Together, we can help all Geus customers by doing our part. Check out our rebates online, and remember, Geus is always ready to serve and assist you in any way we can.
Today with your Crandall Pirates.
Bob Muty, Bentley Love, Matthew Middleton, and David Claiborne back here at Pirate Stadium. We're in the top row of the bleachers, out in the elements, and fortunately the elements are not too bad so far.
Yeah, it feels pretty nice out here so far. A little bit of background noise, but nothing too terribly bad.
And the wind hasn't blown our papers away yet.
Yeah, I'm keeping hands on mine just to be safe.
Here comes the kick. It's going to be long and deep. And with the wind, it goes in and out of the end zone.
Those are the kind of kicks that you send videos to the scouts for your highlight reel. You can't send them the ones on tonight's game where you're kicking with the wind at your back, not the ones with the wind against you.
Yeah. Carrion's not a very big guy, nor is their other kicker. Nor is Josh Rojas, for that matter. Of course, Rojas is not here tonight.
Scores from the district.
Got some scores from around the district. Lions are going to take over at their own 25.
Now, right now in the second quarter, Terrell's leading Poteet 21-7. Ennis is taking on Corsicana in Corsicana tonight, but we do not have a score for that game. Those are the only two other games besides us.
Okay, Julian Ramos takes a snap, hands off. That's Johnson in the game now. And the pile, the rugby scrum is pushing forward. A shipload. You hear that?
I did. That's something. But hey, it works.
Across the 30-yard line.
A shipload of Pirates on the tackle. All right. I like it, David.
Looked like a pickup of 5 there. So 2nd and 5 here for the Lions as
that was ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good run by Johnson. Second, and we'll call it 4, right at the 30-yard line. In motion. Okay, is Whitus. Blitzing, quick out to Whitus. Whitus with the pick. And he is bumped out of bounds brutally by number 32.
Yeah, lit up there by number 32. That's Kelsey Hunter on the play, who is actually their third leading tackler on the season.
Well, he's definitely had a bead on Whitus, and Whitus was kind of off balance after that high pick and bounced roughly out of bounds. 3rd and 2 for the Lions. Rand moves to the right side. Whitus also now in motion that way. Hand off to Johnson. Johnson gets some room, and Johnson, I think, is going to have the opportunity to move the chains.
Number 23.
Yeah, and it looks like it is going to move the chains there after Johnson picked up some yardage and was able to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Lions.
Yeah, another first down for the Lions, and you know, with the when the stats come out at halftime, I'll bet we're going to find that the first downs are probably going to be pretty close. But the first downs that have been achieved by Crandall have been achieved with 30, 40-yard pickups.
Yeah, on paper they're going to look real similar, but on the game they look a little different.
Yeah, the yardage numbers are going to be different. That pass from Ramos is over the head of Whitus. Almost looks like he might have been throwing for Caleb Hale, too.
Yeah, I think maybe, but he was under a lot of pressure there.
The Lions are going to take their first timeout to protect the minute and 24 seconds which remain.
And we're going to take a break with them, so we'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Ennis 14, Corsicana 7.
14-7 Ennis. Okay, we're back. Bentley's checking his phone to get us some district scores. The PA announcer just gave us a couple. Sounds like Ennis is leading Corsicana for 14-7. Midlothian Heritage is big so far over Kaufman. I think I heard 24-7.
I think you may be right, and Terrell's leading Poteet 21-7.
Okay, so those are your other district games. Here it's 21-0 Crandall. Lions on the march with 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 3 receivers left and an inadvertent horn on the scoreboard. Ramos drops back, going to throw a screen pass, and a little miscommunication there. I think that might have been intended for Jaden Johnson, but Johnson was trying to block for Ramos.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. And he, a lot of guys were on him quick, and not much he could do there.
It's just an error in execution after a timeout. That's a little disappointing.
Yeah, so we see 3rd and 10 here for the Lions from their own 38-yard line.
Lions in all white, Pirates in all black. Ramos drops back under pressure. Now he steps up, looks downfield, and the pass is intercepted by Ray. Ray's down the far side. He's going to score. Touchdown, Kason Ray on the pick. Got a Lion down on the far side of the field.
And that was intercepted by number 6, Lamaje Collins, the junior defensive back and receiver.
Okay, I thought it was Ray, so let's give credit to the proper person. Big time pick and pick 6 return by Collins. Well, that brings the score to 27-0 with 1:08 remaining. Ramos once again victimized by the interception. Nick Just was a little slow getting up, trying to make that tackle after the interception. There's the placement attempt. It's up and good. That brings the score to 28-0 Crandall with just a little over 1 minute remaining here in the first half.
Our score, Crandall 28.
Well, Bentley, you can't say we didn't expect this kind of a score, but the interesting thing about it is Greenville has moved the ball, but they stall out each time after about 2 or 3 first downs.
Yeah, they pick up, like you said, several first downs, and then that seems to be all they've got in the tank for the drive.
Haven't really been able to get into the red zone offensively. And right now, of course, they'll be receiving the ball, and we'll have, the minute and 8 to try to function into a pretty stiff wind. So that's a big ask for a sophomore quarterback. Pretty nice nut for football, all things considered.
Yeah, it definitely feels good out here right now.
And the ball blows off the tee. That'll give you an idea how strong the wind is.
I was going to say, the wind decided he wanted him to readjust that one there. As kicker gets ready to get the football set up right. He's got it.
Alejandro Carrion, is that the name?
It is. Junior kicker.
It's a high kick this time. And it bounds about a yard into the end zone and just kind of dies there.
Number 36, Alejandro Carrion.
So once again, a touchback. Lions will start at the 25.
The 25-yard line on the touchback. First down and 10 for the Lions.
It's been a tough season for the Lions.
It has been. It has been a little bit of a tough season. And the good thing, though, is there's lots of young guys on this team that can take that and build on it for next year.
Yeah, there are quite a few, and they've been forced into playing time because of all the injuries. But guys like Trenton Clayton.
He's a junior, and didn't see too much of him at the beginning of the season with Waldrop in and making such a playing so big and well for the Lions. But I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more of Clayton next season, and that's a good thing.
I'm expecting that we're going to see Jaden Johnson keep the ball on the ground here. I don't see any reason to put this one up. And again, another procedure penalty against the Lions. They've been guilty of execution mistakes several times tonight.
Yeah.
5-yard penalty.
Could be a function of the younger players in the game.
Really could be. So that'll push them back 5 yards and bring up 1st and 15 here for the Lions.
Marks the ball back to the 20-yard line, brings up first down and 15 for the Lions.
Pretty good crowd here for both teams, actually, for a Thursday night. Greenville's traveled very well.
Yeah, they have.
It's not a big stadium as far as amount of stands, but, well, I'll tell you what, somebody just got pancaked there. Great blocking.
Through the line to the
Yeah, it looked like number 54, Braden Matz, there with the great pancake block for the Lions.
Good pickup for Johnson. Pickup of 6. 2nd and 9. Hand off to Renner, I believe, and Renner is rudely brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it a gain of 1 yard with a tackle to Hudson West and an assist to Lamaje Collins.
It'll bring up 3rd and 8 here for the Lions.
Down and 8.
Just trying to run out the clock and get into the locker room with only a 4-score deficit.
Yeah, and they are going to have to run one more play here, but they're going to take all the time they can off that clock.
Greenville calls their plays using a series of placards that the coaching staff holds up to tell Ramos what to call. Here goes the play, and Renner runs off right tackle and is brought down after a short pickup. That'll do it for the first half here at Pirate Stadium. Crandall leads 28-0, and we'll be back
Greenville 0.
after these words from our sponsors.
New, better, fast. The same excellent reliability and hometown service you've always counted on, now with faster speeds. Whether it is streaming, gaming, surfing the web, or working from home, Geus is connecting you to the world. Sign up today at geus.org or by calling 903-457-2800.
Get down on the floor in the problem.
Yeah, I'm going to speak to a couple of people first.
Gentlemen, Greenville High School is proud to present the oldest jump in the world, the Flaming Flashes. The Flaming Flashes allow the field by 24-25 dance off left and right. Major Abigail Salas, Major Adriana Rio, Lieutenant Colonel TJ Mathis, Colonel Jillian Sherrill, Lieutenant Colonel Risa Gutierrez, Major Skylar Castaneda, and Major Sophia Duran. Social officers for Flame Flashes are Chelsea Ariel, Veronica Ibarra, Brianna Jimenez, Allison Nicholas, and lead Miranda Nahara. Flashes Week are our managers, Johnson Castillo, Caleb Ventura, and Liz Llanas.
Flashes will now perform a kick to bad guy. The Flashes would like to dedicate this performance to GHS staff member like Miss Pig Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, the Flaming Flashes! The Flashes are directed Ash Richter and Letitia Bear. Now performing is Greenville High School's award-winning Lion Pride Band. The Lion Pride Band is in its 94th year and is under the direction of Head Director Dr. Matt Opie, Assistant Director Luke Daly, and Percussion Director John Grant. Color guarded directed by AJ Plant, drill designed by Stephen Frost. Drum makers are INR Escobar, Angelico Caziga, and Mariana Ochoa. The Lion Pride Band is proudly sponsored by Alliance Bank, Bottle Cap Alley, Chick-fil-A, Bowler's Varsity, Greenville Masonite, and loving memory of Carla Conver, McDonald's, the Raffle Clinic, Select Sonic Sons of Fly, Sunshine Window 10, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, the Texan Theater, UAW Local 967, Greenville, Texas, and EMS Signature Landscape. Our section of the week is the saxophone. This year's Lion Pride Monster, Full Throttle.
Well, how bad was it statistically? Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crandall is the crowd presents the National Award-winning Crandall Goal Duster. Assisted by Hunter Williams. Officers are Lieutenant as Harry, Lieutenant Amaya Moreno, Lieutenant Georgia Martinez, First Lieutenant Chloe Joyner, and First Lieutenant Ariel Beasley. The Gold Dust of the Week is Tia Dixon. The charity tonight to Locked Out of Heaven.
Yeah, and they're not even like right next to each other. There's a floor and then something else and then something else and then always. You can't have a whole parade on this one. I know they want Dallas, Dallas, but I like it. You know what they call it?
about tonight's game?
Bob Muty with Bentley Love, David Claiborne, and Matthew Middleton at the controls here at a misty Pirate Stadium in Crandall, Texas. Halftime, Crandall leads 28-0, and David's been kind enough, Bentley, to give me some stats here for the second, before the second half kickoff, which Greenville will be receiving.
Yeah, well, what is it looking like here?
Well, you know, we thought maybe the first downs would be pretty close, but as it turns out, Crandall had 14, Greenville only had 7. Rushing yards, big discrepancy. Crandall 199, Greenville 58. Same with passing yards. Crandall passed for 92 yards, Greenville for 41. So total offense, 291 to 99. Ramos was 5 for 12. The two Crandall quarterbacks were 8 for 12. Penalties, pretty close. 4 for 20 for Greenville, 3 for 25 for Crandall.
That 3 for 25 is where you see that big personal foul penalty after the whistle goes.
Yeah, that unsportsmanlike conduct against Cancer Ray. Yeah, other than that, they were pretty much pretty close execution-wise, perfectly. The aforementioned Cation Ray rushed 11 times for 123 yards and a touchdown, so he's already over his average for the season. The backup quarterback who started the game, Luke Van Landingham, rushed 5 times for 72 yards. Greenville side, Renner had 10 for 54, Jaden Johnson 4 for only 10. Passing, Van Landingham was 4 for 5 for 25 yards. When Weckersham came into the game, he was 5 for 6 for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ramos for Greenville, 5 for 12 with 1 pick, 41 yards. Receiving-wise, the sophomore Jeremiah Douglas, 3 for 42 yards and a touchdown. Braden Watson, 2 for 21 and a touchdown. And for Greenville, Whitus, 4 for 19 yards. Ethan Brand had 1 catch. Nice pickup of 22 yards. So these statistics, courtesy of David Claiborne, who is right next to me here in the quote booth, unquote.
At the table.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's getting a little moist. I'm thinking maybe we got to go to the ponchos pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see. Hopefully it won't get too terribly wet on us, but we'll see. You can see the fog and a little bit of mist sliding through the air there with the stadium lights.
Yeah, when you have rain like this, and like you said, it's really not rain, it's just mist, but it kind of soaks you, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's a real slow. You don't really quite realize you're wet till you're soaked.
And we do have a little protection behind us. There is like a tarp that's taped or wired to the back of the upper seating here in the stand. So we have some protection from that wind, and that's keeping us a little bit dry, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. So we see Greenville come out onto the field as they will receive to start this second half. And, of course, Crandall coming out as they're going to get ready to kick this ball away here. Don't have any updated scores for you. All the scores are the same. Terrell's leading 21-7 at halftime, and I don't have a score for the Ennis Corsicana game. However, for those of y'all that are fans of just teams around the area, Wolf City's playing Albert tonight and is up 35-6 at halftime. And Van Alstyne is beating Caddo Mills in Caddo Mills 28-16.
Well, I'll tell you what, Van Alstyne must have a pretty good club. Caddo Mills seems to have had some problems. They've got serious injuries with Gonzalez being out for quite a bit of the season. He is back now, but apparently they're having trouble getting it together.
Yeah, well, both those teams come into this game 6-3, so pretty well even match there. And who knows, we could see Caddo Mills turn it around in the second half and change the outcome of that game.
Well, hopefully the Foxes will make the playoffs again, and maybe with Gonzalez back healthy, they'll be able to get a round or two. All right, we're about ready to go here in the second half. Correa Carrion is going to kick with the wind, and once again he gets it up high, and it carries into the
Number 36,
end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 25-yard line on the touchback.
Spotted at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over. First
Yeah, and
down.
hopefully we'll see a little bit of a different mood here for the Lions in this second half, and they'll be able to get the ball moving and keep it moving.
Yeah, they need to sustain something. 2 or 3 first downs is just not going to do it. We were talking at halftime about the name change at the university up in Commerce.
Yeah, Commerce is effective today at 1 o'clock, gone from Texas A&M University Commerce to East Texas A&M.
I like it.
I'm personally a big fan
I
of
like it.
I think they should work a rivalry out with West Texas A&M.
There you go. That's kind of take us back to old times. Okay, 1st and 10 for the Lions. Ramos hands off to Renner. Renner off the right side for good yardage.
Number 0, Renner on the carry.
And Renner pick up of about 7 or so there. Lawler pick up of 6, bring up 2nd and 4.
And it brings up 2nd down and 4 with the ball at the 31-yard line.
Pretty vocal crowd here. Both bands did a nice job, I thought.
They definitely did.
2nd and 4 for the Lions. Once again, a low snap, handoff to Renner. Renner hurdles a tackler. He's going to move the chains.
Yeah, and Renner had just about gotten by the defender, but number 25, Jamal Logan, was able to reach up and snag him by the ankle and take him down.
Speaking of hurdles, we got to talk about that hurdle that Saquon Barkley did on Sunday. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the game, but I saw the highlights of it, and I have never seen somebody pull off a backwards hurdle, but Saquon Barkley did it.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Lions back here in high school football. Ramos finds Whitus. Whitus with a nice catch, cuts back, and before he's brought down by a couple of black-shirted Pirates, he picks up a nice 5 or 6 yard gain.
Jay Caraway.
It will call it a pickup of 5.
Call it a gain of 5 yards.
Bring up 2nd and 5 for the Lions.
Once again, the Lions get 1 first down, and they're close now to getting a 2nd. Jacob Irvin is in the game, a senior, we thought tight end. He's lined up as a near side wide receiver. Strong left, now Brand goes in motion to the right. Hand off to Renner. Renner's got some room, he's over the 50. He's down to the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown. Nobody's gonna catch Daniel Renner.
And that's just a perfect example there of the breakaway speed that Renner has, and we saw that in full effect on that touchdown run as he went quite a bit of yardage there. What about
55 or
60 yards? 58 yards there, courtesy of David Claiborne.
He lengthened the distance between his pursuers significantly and very quick. I mean, he was running away from them like they were standing still.
He was.
My goodness gracious, Daniel Renner. Is that his first touchdown of the year?
I think he caught one earlier in the season, maybe.
Okay. Nicholas Just with the successful PAT. They were a little late getting the T in there, but Brand gets the hold. Just gets the kick. Had a chance to speak to Greg Just on my way down the stands on the way to the concession stand. Greg, of course, the older brother of Nick Just, is a student, I think, down at UT.
He is.
Both guys are soccer players. And Mom was, of course, a goalie. And So lots of soccer genes, and they also both play football. So the Lions strike quickly and score now 28-7 Crandall.
Only about a minute 48 off the clock there after that quick drive by the Lions.
I don't know how long it took Renner to go 58 yards, but it wasn't very long.
It wasn't much of that minute 48, I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's kind of special. Got the Lion fans on the stands here on our side all psyched up. So Geus is putting it up at the 40-yard line. Go ahead, Bentley.
I'd like to point out, too, that play was on our side, and I saw Jacob Irvin throw just a fantastic block on that play. I mean, he had that guy, and he left Renner a wide-open hole, and that was part of the reason why he was able to get away there.
It's a short kick taken at the 32-yard line, and stepping out of bounds is Collins. So credit to the entire blocking scheme on that particular play, but Irvin in especially.
On the kick, returned by number 6, Lamaje Collins.
So Collins is going to have Crandall starting at the 31-yard line. I assume we'll see Wickersham in, since Crandall is moving with the wind.
Yeah, and it looks like we will.
He's got one receiver split either side. It's like maybe Douglas on the near side. Drops straight back, looks for Douglas, through his hands, incomplete.
And that was Whitus there, quick on the play. Ball was incomplete, but Whitus was there ready to make the tackle. As that'll bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Pirates.
Once again, as you're watching the game, you'll see one team all in black, and that's Crandall. One team all dressed in white, that's the Lions. Whitus doing a little bit of duty on defense now. Quick pass out to the left, breaks a tackle, and up for a first down goes the Crandall receiver. That was Douglas on the far side that time.
Yeah, pickup of a first down there for the Pirates, but pretty quickly was spun out of bounds by number 18, Jamorion Hamilton, the junior linebacker for the Lions.
Douglas now flips sides of the field. He's a big target at 6 feet. 1st and 10, Crandall. 2 blocking backs in front of Wickersham and Kason Ray. Hand off to Ray, straight up the middle. No obstacle at all, and Ray's going. Actually, that's not Ray.
That was number 24, Timothy Pace, on the carry for the 58-yard touchdown. So Renner scores a 58-yarder for Greenville, and the Pirates answer back with a 58-yarder of their own.
Wow. That running back was built very much like Ray.
He was. We see Wickersham still in on the hold here for the Pirates.
Kick is up and good.
The kick by Williams is good. That'll bring the score. Crandall Pirates 35, Greenville Lions 7.
28 seconds left in our third quarter.
As the Lions will get the ball back here.
Greenville 7.
That was a quick strike offense, I'll tell you what. Two or three quick plays, one incomplete pass, one complete, and then bang. The run right up the middle. Could have had your old pickup truck go through that hole.
Yeah, I could have.
Man. Bentley's one of those diesel pickup guys, right?
Yeah, I got me a F350 with the 7.3 in it.
For those of you who know about cars, you know exactly what he's talking about. I have no idea what he says. However, I know he's got a big old truck. I think it's red, isn't it?
It is.
All right. Bentley, currently a student up at East Texas A&M University in Commerce. Recently renamed. I'm glad it doesn't have anything to do with Dallas.
Me too.
9:28 remaining here at Pirate Stadium in the third quarter. 35-7 Crandall.
That kick's going to go through the back of the end zone there, and that'll bring the ball out to the 25-yard line for Greenville.
Grion's kick goes into the end zone.
Got one of those little bugs in my throat right now.
The Lions take over first down. 10.
The old coughing spell. So after the Lions scored quickly with Renner's 58-yard run, Crandall responds with a similar distance and probably about the same speed, although he had the wind at his back.
He did. That wind was helping push him a little bit.
All right, 1st and 10, Greenville. At their own 25-yard line after the touchback, Julian Ramos takes a snap, hands off to Renner. Renner bounces off his blocker and then is swarmed by some black-shirted Pirates.
Renner on the carry.
Yeah, pickup of about 2 there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 here.
You know, we haven't heard much from Caleb Hale.
We haven't.
He's been out there the whole game, and he has not been targeted as far as I know.
Well, but they've only thrown the ball. They haven't thrown the ball near as many times as I think they typically would have.
Well,
definitely as they would have early in the season with Rodriguez.
Yeah, for sure. 3 receivers split to the left. That's Irvin split out to the right. Hand off to Renner. This time, nothing doing. That's Hudson West in on the tackle for a loss.
Yeah, Hudson West among several other Pirates in there. And Renner's going to come out and take a break here as his shoulder pad came out of his jersey and looks a little, quite a rough tackle there.
Yeah, the Lions unable to get much on 1st and 2nd down on this drive. It's 3rd and 11. Johnson replaces Renner. 2 receivers to the right, they're stacked. That's Whitus and Hale. Greg Washington in motion. Ramos looking right. He's looking for Washington. And pass goes incomplete.
Yeah, and Ramos looks a little shaken up on that play. As that's going to bring up 4th and 10 here, and punting situation for the Lions.
Yeah, Orsornio helping Ramos to the sidelines. He's looks like he's going to be okay, but Bryson Sanders will be in the. He'll be waiting in the wings if he's healthy. I don't know that he is, but
yeah,
he's pressed.
I think I spotted him down there.
Yeah, he's down there.
Caleb Yost on to do the punting here. High kick.
This time he gets it up into the wind, and it's going to be a short kick, and it bounces out of bounds at about the Greenville 40. So once again, good field position for Crandall as the Greenville offense unable to get anything going at all in that series. Crandall at 8-1, as we mentioned earlier, this is the best Crandall team I've seen since we've been playing in their district.
Yeah, Crandall's got a really good program this year, and they've always had a pretty good team, it seems like, but this is by far the best team I've ever seen.
25 seniors, 24 juniors, and 5 sophomores on their roster. They returned 26 lettermen on offense and 18 on defense. It's a low snap. It gets away from Wickersham. He has to dive on it at the 50-yard line. So that's a 10-yard loss. That'll bring up 2nd and 20.
They've changed quarterbacks again on us.
I wonder if they might have changed centers.
Maybe. I don't know. But that was Van Landingham in on that play.
All right, good call. Thank you, Bentley. That's why I have Bentley alongside of me. He keeps me straight, folks. There goes the handoff. Same running back, straight up the middle. Breaks to the outside. Dumas grabs a hold of him and brings him down before he can get to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so it's a pickup of about 8 or so on the play. Bring up 3rd and 12 here for the Pirates.
Dwayne Burry checks into the defensive line for Greenville. Defensive coordinator shuffling players on defense, trying to keep them fresh. Van Landingham rolling to his left, throws incomplete.
Van Landingham on the pass.
And that was Trenton Clayton, number 26, the junior linebacker in pursuit of Van Landingham, and he just got rid of it, and thankfully it didn't find the hands of a receiver. So that'll bring up 4th and 12 here for the Pirates, as we might see them punt for the first time, it looks like.
Well, with a score of 35-7, we might not see Wickersham again.
No, I don't blame him for that. Keep him. Don't want to risk him getting hurt with playoffs starting here soon.
Absolutely. This might be carry-on in punt formation. Look for this one to go in and out of the end zone with the wind. High snap, over his head. He gets the kick away. It's blocked. That's Jamorian Hamilton who blocks it. There's a scramble for the ball, and the Lions fall on it at about the Crandall 6-yard line.
So Jamorian Hamilton blocked it. Geus was about to jump on it and was shoved out of the way, and Hamilton continued on and jumped on it. So that'll give the Lions some fantastic field position after the blocked punt.
Yeah, the high snap, and punter just didn't have much of a chance. Actually got the kick off, but Hamilton was right there, got his hands up and knocked that one way up into the air. And then there was a scramble for the ball, but regardless of who was going to get it, it was going to be the Greenville football.
Yeah, so it'll bring up first and 10 here from the 12-yard line for Greenville.
So a big break on that turnover. See if the Lions can punch it in. 6:39 remaining here in the third quarter. 35-7 Crandall. Hand off to Renner, up the middle. Renner has some room. Pushing the pile. Good job by Just and his buddies up front.
Marked down at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 7.
Pick up of about 7 there. Second and 3.
You know, if the Lions do score here, you wonder if that'll change Coach Harden's mind about putting Wickersham back into the game.
Maybe. I think the Lions have to cut it to a 2-score game or so probably before they do that.
All right, second we'll call it 4 yards. Whitus in motion. Handoff once again, quickly brought down in the backfield, no gain.
Yeah, it looks like he may have been able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that'll be it, as it's going to bring up 3rd and 3 here for the Lions. Swap Renner out for Johnson.
Ball spotted right at the 5-yard line, 3rd and 3 for the Lions. Really would be nice for their gut feeling if they could punch this one into the end zone. Caleb Hale split wide to the left. Man-oh-man coverage. Hand off in the backfield, and he is stuffed. Crandall was looking for that one.
Well, I think that was probably smart of Crandall to look for that. Is about 80% of the time when they bring Johnson in, it seems like they go ahead and give it to him on his first play in.
So what do you do, Coach Collins? Do you take the field goal or do you try to score a touchdown?
Well, it looks like Coach Collins is going to leave the offense on and try to go for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's going to take a timeout, and he'll talk about it with Coach Clark.
They're going to talk it over, and we're going to talk it over, so we'll be back after this word from Geus.
Greenville.
Hometown internet service and support that fits your budget. Geus has you covered. Choose from 3 amazing packages. Need basic browsing? Try Geus 50. Streaming and gaming more your style? Geus 320 delivers. For the ultimate experience, try Geus 500 and keep the whole family connected. Whether you're streaming your favorite shows or competing online, Geus Internet keeps you connected. Visit geus.org or call 903-457-2800 to find the perfect plan for you today.
Bob Muty, Bentley Love, Matthew Middleton, and David Claiborne at the table with us tonight here at Pirate Stadium in Crandall, Texas. Big 4th down for Greenville as they're trying to punch one into the end zone. Chris Whitus goes in motion. Now he comes back the other way, rolling right and looking for Whitus. It might have been intercepted. Ramos's pass was low, but looked like it might have been intercepted right at ground level by number 14.
Yeah, I think it was. They did blow it dead. It looks like he's going to be marked down at about the 3-yard line. So unfortunate turn of events there. You would have obviously liked the touchdown, but I guess you could say the very slight silver lining on that is it backed them up about 3 yards.
Yeah.
Now they're inside the 5.
Yeah, the defender actually got up and tried to get running again, but I guess his knee was down after he made the interception. So that's 2 picks against Ramos tonight, and he's struggling just a little bit. Van Landingham hands off, and they get about 5 yards.
Yeah, pickup of about, I think they're going to call it 4 there, 2nd and 6 here after the tackle by number 26, Trenton Clayton.
Up 2nd down and 7 for the
Timothy, that's an interesting name. Number 24, the running back.
Yeah, Timothy Pace.
He had some success, and there he goes again. Bounces outside, and he's pushed out of bounds after he gets a first down.
Number 24, Timothy Pace.
Well, and I think they're probably going to try to keep Gage Wickersham and Cason Ray both on the bench for the majority of the second half.
Yeah, the 2 horses need to be ready for the playoffs, which will begin next week, and Crandall will be sitting with the 2nd place. So they'll go against the 3rd place team from the adjoining district. Once again, it's Pace up the middle, and he breaks it again, and that'll move the chains.
Number 24, Timothy Pace on the carry. He's out to the 22-yard line, and that's good for a Crandall Pirate. First down.
So you wonder how Mom and Dad came up with Timothy when normally it's Timothy.
Yeah, well, it's probably got something to do with the family name of some sort, but they wanted him to have his own identity.
There goes Van Landingham on a bootleg around the left side, and he's got a first down.
To give the Pirates a fresh set of downs here from the 35-yard line, as we see number 57, Dwayne Berry, come off the field, and he's replaced by number 52, Cash Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia, one of the starting defensive ends, along with Armstrong Teeters. Greenville defense, again, on the field a lot of the time tonight. They try a blitz. The pass is successful out here to number 2, and Whitus brings him down right about the line to gain.
And that ball was caught by the senior wide receiver, Hayden Chafin.
Number 2, Hayden Chafin. He's brought down by a den of Lions at the 45-yard line. The gain of 10 yards.
Greenville is so short-handed, they're having to use Whitus on defense. And, here's a guy running all over the field on offense trying to catch passes. Now he's got to chase the receivers from Terrell, or from Crandall. There goes Pace again, and he's forced out of bounds this time just after moving into Greenville territory.
Yeah, and that was a combination of number 4, Mark Dumas, as well as number 16, Caleb Yost, forcing
Forced out of bounds by number 16,
him out of bounds there.
We're a little bit of a disadvantage tonight because we've only got one roster for Crandall, and that makes it tough when you got 2 broadcasters. 2:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter of a 35-7 Crandall game. Once again, a handoff straight up the middle, very little resistance until he gets to the 2nd level.
Yeah, Pace taken down there by number 52, Cash Garcia. And Cash Garcia, we've seen him a lot, obviously, this season as he's been starter for the majority of the year, but I expect Garcia to take another leap next season, as well as Trenton Clayton, and be big parts of this Lions defense next year.
Yeah, Luis Ortiz replaces Laguerre and Sarich as Van Landingham airs that one out, and there's a penalty on the play.
Yeah, and we'll see what that is.
Ball's incomplete. There's a penalty marker on the play.
They don't serve water in this press box.
No, they don't. They don't.
Where's a bottle of water when you need it, right?
Well, I'm going to see if I can do something about that.
A 15-yard mark on ball at the 24-yard line.
Okay, that penalty goes against the Lions and going to result in a first down for Crandall at the 25-yard line of Greenville. Van Landingham fakes a handoff, rolling to his right, has room to run. He's down to the 15, and he's forced out of bounds at the 10 by Caleb Yost.
Yeah, it's a good play there by Yost, rallying to the ball and keeping him from getting into the end zone there.
Van Landingham is just a long strider.
He is.
He reminds me of my brother. He played quarterback at Rutgers, 6'4", and he just had the long strides. And it doesn't look like he's going very fast, but with the strides, he's covering some ground. He's got it again, takes it up the middle this time, he's trying to get in the end zone. He dives for a Crandall touchdown.
Lanningham into the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, so we'll see the kicking unit come on.
Last week we had a final score of Kaufman 41, Greenville 8. If they get this conversion, we'll have a Crandall score of 42-7 over the Lions with 1:58 left in the third quarter. High snap is handled well. That's Van Landingham holding that time, so Wickersham and Van Landingham also share the holder responsibilities.
Well, and they don't want Wickersham on that field, period.
At all. I think the PA announcer just said Greenville was 0, so he didn't give us credit for the one touchdown we got.
Yeah. Must not have checked his right, looked at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
So we see Caleb Hale, number 2, as well as number 82.
Pierre Dunn
go back deep for the Lions on receiving here.
Yeah, Greg Washington is standing at the up back. It looks like he's holding his shoulder there. 97 yards in 10 plays, 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
Yeah, so a decent drive there lengthwise, and 97 yards for the Pirates.
Yeah.
2:52, not a ton of time, but a little bit longer than a couple plays earlier.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Crandall team has some athletes, and they possess a lot of speed. I'm very impressed with the speed of the quarterback, Van Landingham, and, of course, Kason Ray and Timothy Face. The shorter kick this time drops at the goal line and goes out of the end zone. Carry-on's kick, once again, results in a touchback. Not much to say about the district other than the fact that Midlothian Heritage must be a powerhouse to beat a team like Crandall that we're watching tonight destroy the Lions 56-3.
Yeah, well, we experienced that powerhouse of Midlothian Heritage earlier on in the season. Archer was with me that game, but it was a
put up 75, right?
Yeah, it was a barn burner for them, not for us, but for them.
Well, it's difficult to think that Crandall couldn't have scored more points than 3 against any team. Here's Greenville on 1st and 10. Jaden Johnson bounces outside, and he's brought down after a short gain.
Looked like a pickup of about 4 or so there.
Number 23, Jaden Johnson on the carry. Marked the ball at the 29-yard line. And it's a gain of 4 yards.
Bring up 2nd and 6 here.
Once again, the stacked formation receivers on the left side. That's the side closest to us. Look maybe for the bubble screen here. Instead, it's a handoff. And Johnson struggles for a couple of yards. Tough to think about a team having, 11 or 12 players injured?
Yeah, I believe it's 12, and so many of them being serious injuries.
Yeah. 3rd and 4 for the Lions. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Ramos fakes a handoff, rolls right, looking downfield, and he overthrows Hale. Yeah. Incomplete, 4th down. That'll be a punting situation for Greenville.
That pass was overthrown, but was deep enough that it almost looked like it could have gone to Jacob Irvin there.
Yeah, I wondered about the same thing, kind of about halfway between both receivers.
Yeah, overthrew Hale, underthrew Irvin.
Yeah. Ramos clearly is, he's showing his inexperience. He's just a sophomore. Of course, next year he'll have an opportunity to compete for the starting job against current freshman Phoenix Rodriguez, who started the season as the quarterback for Greenville and who frankly impressed me a lot. Penalty on the play as Geus gets the kick up Bounds at the 43-yard line, bounce backwards, so it's a Crandall bounce. Let's see what the penalty was. Procedural penalty against Greenville. I assume that Crandall will decline that penalty and take the field position. 30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. You're going to have the opportunity to hear Bentley Love on the call in the fourth quarter, and I'll try to do some color for him. Bentley's a broadcast journalism major up at East Texas A&M in Commerce. He was telling me at halftime that about the time he got up there, wanting to go into broadcasting, they take the program away.
Yeah, but we're trying to substitute that with as much experience as you can get, and I enjoy it. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Well, we wish you a lot of luck, and we certainly enjoy your help here on the broadcast. And there's Jamoy and Hamilton. Wow.
Yeah, and that's a perfect case there of Hamilton reading the snap count perfectly. And I mean, he broke through that line of scrimmage, or got around that line of scrimmage just at the right time and lit up the running back in the backfield.
Oh, yeah. Pace had no place to go that time.
We see a Garion Savage, number 70, come off the field, and he was also in on that tackle, and he looks a little shaken up there.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Crandall leads 42-7. We'll take a break after this word from Geus.
For more than a year now, the Geus Roundup program has helped neighbors in need by you giving just a little. We still need your help to help those who need it, and there are 3 ways you can choose to participate. 1. Commit to rounding up your bill to the nearest dollar and donating 1 cent to 99 cents per month. 2. Choose a recurring set amount contribution. 3. Choose a one-time set amount contribution. The Geus Roundup program is easy to participate in and has the ability to make a huge impact on someone else in our community. Your ability to help is the only thing that matters.
And welcome back here to Pirate Stadium as we see both teams still talking it over, getting ready for this fourth quarter to be underway here.
Greenville will be moving with the wind this time, so we'll probably see a lot of ground game from Crandall. There you go, brother. Thank you, sir. You're a good man, Bentley.
Well, I try.
Now you got to open it for me.
So we see Van Landingham standing at his own 49-yard line here, getting ready to take the snap. Joined in the backfield, of course, by number 24, Pace. Hands it off to Pace. Pace goes to the right and is taken down at about the 42-yard line of Greenville. And excuse me, that is not Pace. That's number 20, Damian Tillman, a junior running back and linebacker for the Pirates.
Yet another in the stable of running backs for Crandall.
Well, and when you're a team like Crandall that's as good as they are right now, it's probably good for them to get several new guys in to get some fresh or get ready for the playoffs, as you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Caleb Geus came off the field a little bit shaken up. So the injury timeout.
Yeah, and that's not what you really want to see, and definitely not what you want to go through. Is Geus, the senior star, is what he's listed as, but star safety and everything.
Call it free safety, strong safety. He's gone into the medical tent, so maybe he got his bell rung. I'm not exactly sure.
Maybe. Van Landingham standing back at the Greenville 47, takes a snap, fakes it, rolls to his left. He's got some room, got some good blocks ahead of him. Gets up to about the Greenville 35-yard line before being forced out of bounds.
Yeah, wide receivers did a really good job of blocking downfield for Van Landingham.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up 4th and 1 here.
35-yard line.
As it looks like they're going to go for it. And I kind of wonder if we'll see him hand it off to Tillman here.
I think that's a pretty good bet.
And Landingham takes the snap, hands it off to Tillman. Tillman goes up the middle. He's got the first down. Gets to about the 27-yard line before being taken down.
He's across the 30-yard line.
Crandall has had a tremendous amount of success straight up the middle tonight. I think maybe Tipton is the center.
I think you're right.
He was listed as one of the players to watch on that offensive line. I think he's anchoring the line, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll wait and see. Van Landingham, quick pass out to bubble screen. Receiver has it, and he's dragging a tackler.
A good completion there by Van Landingham as he was able to find his receiver. That was number 84, Brock Smots, senior receiver.
On first down, it brings up second down and 4. Mark the ball at the 22-yard line.
Van Landingham standing at the 27-yard line, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Tillman, keeps it himself, goes to the right. He's up the middle. He's got a big hole, runs over Truxell and pulls a defender with him into the end zone. That's going to give us another Crandall Pirates touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Van Landingham's really impressed me. He spun away from a tackler and ran over a couple guys, and once again, he likes to dive into the end zone for his touchdowns.
Yeah, Van Landingham has looked to be a fantastic quarterback, and I think on a lot of teams will be the all-the-time starter.
Yeah, they won't hurt for a good quarterback next year since he's just a junior.
Yeah, see, Carry-on's kick is up, nearly blocked by Renner, but it is up and good. As that's Carry-on's first PAT attempt in a while. We've seen Ryan Williams do the majority of the kicking here for a little while.
It's a really good job by Van Landingham with that low snap, too.
Yeah, he was able to get that up and solve the issue there and keep it kickable.
Well, once again, the Lions are on the wrong side of a lopsided score. It's a difficult lack of motivation. It's just hard to accept these lopsided losses week after week.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Just saw Damian Bankson go onto the field. We haven't called his name tonight.
No, we haven't, and that's kind of interesting. We typically seem to call him quite a few times.
He's been one of the offensive stars in the passing game.
Yeah, he's real good about catching the ball maybe 5 or 6 yards from the line of scrimmage and then turning into about a 25-yard gain.
Yeah, you wonder if there might have been some disciplinary action there.
Could be. Lewis Fair catches it at the 29-yard line. Well, and we typically see him in at H-back or tight end a lot, but we've seen Brand play a lot of H-back, and then we've seen Washington play a lot of H-back, which we know he's a fantastic player. We just haven't seen him too much this season. And then Geus playing some tight end, so not what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I'm seeing Greg Washington down on the sideline, and he's clearly in some difficulty. His right shoulder appears to be giving him some problems.
Yeah.
He's kind of walking over toward the medical tent. He's been holding that shoulder now for about 5 minutes.
So we see the Lions offense led by sophomore Julian Ramos, trot onto the field. Ramos standing at the 25-yard line. Got 2 receivers stacked out right, no receivers to the left. Backfield with him is Renner. Puts Wiggins in motion. Ramos takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking to his left, looking to his right. On the move. And that pass is going to be nearly picked off, but they're going to call it incomplete and say the ground helped him out on that one.
I think that the Crandall defender thought he caught it, but they're going to rule it incomplete.
Yeah, the Crandall defender was very frustrated that one was not called an interception, but we'll take it.
Yeah, Ramos really has to be a little bit more selective on his throws.
That would have nearly been the 3rd interception of the game.
Had very good protection, as more than likely we've got some Crandall reserves in the ball game on defense right now.
Yeah,
let's see if Ramos will be able to have any success.
Ramos standing at the 25, takes the snap, hands it off to Renner. Renner goes up the middle and is quickly stuffed at the 30-yard line by number 13, I believe, Ashton Kelly.
Yeah, not much going on that time as Kelly broke through the blocking of those guys up front in the middle. Just grabbed the hold of Renner by the waist and lifted him up, and he wasn't going anywhere.
Great tackle there by Kelly, for sure.
At the 31-yard line, 3rd down and 9 for the Lions.
Ramos bringing Whitus in motion. And
yeah, Whitus uses up a lot of energy just being in motion.
He really is. So Greenville's going to take a timeout there and talk things over. There are 2 seconds left on the play clock. And we're going to take a break with them, so we'll be back after this word from Geus.
Geus is proud to be the first municipally owned electric utility in Texas, dating all the way back to 1891. And we're proud to be the first city-owned cable and internet provider in Texas, too. But that's the past. We're overseen by a completely local board, made up of regular citizens who make decisions that benefit our community first and foremost, not necessarily distant investors or Wall Street. And our mission isn't just a feel-good idea about serving our neighbors. We also aim to be world-class at everything we do. That's why we've been nationally recognized for how reliable our electric service is, and it's why we're known for excellent customer service and competitive rates. We believe in being locally run and in being the best. Geus, hometown service, world-class reliability.
And Ramos rolls to his left and is taken down right at about the 31-yard line after the pocket just kind of collapsed there on him.
Yeah, he was looking for Irvin way deep. In fact, Irvin and Whitus were both way downfield. With the wind at his back, he could have let that one go, but good coverage by that Crandall secondary.
Yeah, so we see the Greenville punting unit come on as Crandall's got a guy, number 35, King Franklin, sophomore set up at the Crandall 35-yard line.
One of the 5 sophomores on this Crandall roster. Geus gets the kick away. It's a low kick.
But it's bouncing for Greenville, and then bounced back to Crandall as it was down by number 47, Caden Waters,
yeah,
the
Waters,
long snapper.
Yeah, Waters is a deep snapper, so a good job by him. Interesting that Geus would have kicked that thing low with the wind at his back.
Well, I don't know that was his intentions. I think it may have gone off the side of his foot or something like that.
And it blown out of his hands.
Maybe.
So that'll give Crandall pretty good field position, Bentley.
Yeah, Pirates looking at 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line here. 42-yard line, excuse me. We see Van Landingham in the backfield joined by number 23, Carter Davis, another new running back. Hands it off to Davis. Davis goes around the left side, and he's taken down there by a couple Lions.
Number 23.
Yeah, Hawkins on the tackle there.
Out to the
Adrian Hawkins, first time we've called his number. It's the senior. It's his last game in the Greenville Lion uniform. Getting a little playing time late in the secondary position. Yost is back into the game. Hawkins now moves to the free safety spot.
And Landingham takes a snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis goes around the right this time, breaks free, and is dragging a pile of Lions with him as he gets all the way down to about the 33-yard line there.
Interestingly enough, Crandall is using number 79, one of the big boys, as their H-back. Roy Cano, listed as a tight end defensive lineman. He looks more like a middle guard.
I'll tell you, that's the biggest tight end I think I've ever seen.
He is a big old boy.
And Landingham takes the snap, hands it off to Davis. Davis goes to the left this time as he's wrapped up quick by Cash Garcia and a couple other lines and forced back a few yards.
Yeah, Garcia just kind of rode him a little bit until he got some help from T-Rex.
No gain on the play, brings up second down.
And it's a good play there by the Lions to hold him at the line of scrimmage and bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Pirates. Number 18, Jonathan Johnson, setting up on the right side. Crandall's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Van Landingham standing at the 38-yard line. Takes the snap, hands it off to Davis. Excuse me, that's different running back. That's Tillman.
And big Chris Jimenez in the game at right defensive end. Gets in on a tackle.
Carter Davis on the carry.
Jimenez and Garcia did a great job there of keeping him from even breaking past the line of scrimmage, as that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 here.
Jimenez also another one of those seniors that we haven't had an opportunity to see very much. Getting a little playing time in the final game of the season for him and for the Lions.
Tillman rolling to his left. He keeps it himself. He's got a first down there and steps out of bounds after being pressured by Hawkins.
Number 15, Luke Van Landingham on the quarterback keeper.
I'll tell you what, Van Landingham just continues to impress me with his speed. And he's effective going straight up the middle or on the bootleg.
Yeah,
that was
really
just a quarterback keeper, and he just got to the sideline and moved the chains.
Well, we see Van Landingham. He's got some good speed, but he's got such a long stride too.
Yeah, and he's been getting great blocking. We haven't said much about the Crandall offensive line, but they've been opening some huge holes today. And there's a great tackle that time by Yost coming up from his free safety spot once again.
Yeah, so Van Landingham hands it off to Tillman, and Tillman picks up about 5 on the play to bring up 2nd and 5.
Number 20, Damian Tillman on the carry to the...
Clock's winding down, Bentley.
It is 5 minutes and 15 seconds left on this 2024 season.
And a late snap by the center that time.
Believe me, what is that? False start on everybody but the center?
Everybody but the center.
Everyone but the center. 5-yard penalty.
Everyone but the center.
So that'll back him up 5 yards and bring up 2nd and 10 here.
Getting to watch the offensive linemen for Greenville here on the sidelines, led by Nick Just. They're all kind of just huddled up in a little circle, and they're just doing a little reminiscing, saying, okay, guys, we went 1-9, but we're a family.
Yeah, well, and that's a good thing there. They're talking, is this going to be the last game they'll all play together, and some of them the last game they'll play in their high school careers. So.
Cash Darcia on a really good tackle there on the running back.
Down at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 yards and it's 7.
And you see number 76, Nick Just, over there in that huddle of linemen, and he's a junior, so maybe some of the seniors passing on a little wisdom to Martin, excuse me.
Yep, Nick Martin. I know his grandfather, Philip, former Fountain County Commissioner.
Van Landingham hands the ball off to Davis. Davis bowls over a defender, but is tripped up there. And that's probably going to be a penalty, it looks like, on number 5, who's not on the roster for Crandall.
Yeah, he got a little bit rough with Tyler Trexel. Kind of pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, kind of looked like he was trying to throw old T-Rex out of bounds there, and wasn't any reason to do something like that. Boy, we're talking about how big that H-back was, number 79, Roy Cano, but that boy can really move. I just saw him run off the field, and he was hauling tail.
Well, he's been getting constant instruction from Van Landingham every time he sets up for a play. Looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt, Bentley.
It'll be a 45-yard attempt here for number 36, Alejandro Carrion, and he's got the leg, but he's kicking into the wind. Carrion's kick is up, and it's no good.
Had the distance, but he pulled it off to the left.
As that'll hold the score, Crandall 49, Greenville 7, and Greenville will be taking over on the 30-yard line here.
Well, that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty really took Carrion out of range, and had he been a little closer, he probably would have put up 3 points pretty easily.
15 yards further, and it probably would have gone right through the uprights.
Yeah.
So looking at a little under 4 minutes here as we see Rojas run out here, and lead the offense on the field.
A score of interest to pass along from the half.
Chris Jimenez is going to take over at left tackle.
Woodrow Wilson, 21. Hillcrest, 10.
Ramos puts Brandon in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to his running back. That's Renner. Renner goes up the middle. He fumbles and picks it up and continues running as he's going to get up to about the 40. We do have an injured line on the play.
That was a fortuitous bounce for Daniel Renner. He just kind of lost the handle. That bounced right back up in his midsection and removed the chains.
Just glad that football bounced the right way for him, as those footballs can bounce in all kinds of random
Yeah, when
plays.
you're on turf, it can go anywhere.
So that was Victor Osornio, number 69, shooken up on the play, but he stayed in the game, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's all good. Ramos standing at the 36, takes the snap, hands it off to his running back, Renner. Renner goes around the left side and is tackled at about the 45-yard line by number 19, Caleb Covington.
You know, we haven't seen Tobias Abram tonight either, so there's a couple of guys that we normally see play quite a bit of snaps and just not been on the field, so you wonder again if there was some kind of a disciplinary action
Well, it
kept
could
him
be,
out of the game.
but I kind of wonder with Abram if the situation is Collins wanted to give the bulk of the carries to Johnson and Renner, as both those boys are seniors.
Yeah.
Ramos standing at the 40, takes the snap, it's a little low, he rolls to his right after the fake handoff. He's got his man, that was Wiggins, who had enough there to pick up the first down.
That's Wiggins, I think, first catch of the year.
I think it may be first or second, definitely first in this game, and a big catch there.
Yeah, good delivery by Ramos. That was right on the money, right between the 8 and the 1.
Mark the ball at the 47-yard line of
2:15 here left in this
first
game.
down and 10 for the Lions.
Ramos standing at the 48-yard line. Takes the snap, hands off to his running back. That's Renner. Renner goes around the right side and picks up maybe a yard or two on the play.
Yeah, he had to drag a Crandall defender, but for a little guy, he packs a little bit of a punch.
He does. Ramos looking over to the sideline, and I don't know if you've noticed this, Bob, but one of Greenville's play cards has Big Bird and Elmo on the back. Don't know what that means exactly, but I know the players know.
Some kind of code.
Ramos standing at the 50, puts Wiggins in motion. Takes a snap, he's looking to his right, he's rolling to his right. Under a little bit of pressure, he throws downfield. That was Wiggins, but unable to connect there.
Very well defended by the Crandall cornerback. That ball was thrown well, and had that cornerback not gotten in the way of that one, that would have been a completion.
Yeah, that was number 25, Jamal Logan, the sophomore defensive back in coverage for Crandall.
Joshua Amador is getting a couple minutes at one of the receiver spots as well. Another senior getting some action on his final game of his career.
Ramos takes a snap, drops back, he looks to his left, he's got Wiggins. Wiggins goes around the edge. And not sure if he's got enough for a first down, but there's 2 penalty flags that come in. Could be on the same thing, don't know, but being that late, I would almost presume it'd be a late hit on Crandall probably.
Yeah, Miles Wiggins finishing up his career with a flurry here with 2 receptions and another target that almost resulted in a long game.
Yeah, so that's going to be a personal foul face mask on Crandall. Throw 15 yards on there, and an automatic first down for the Lions.
Hale and Wiggins are both here on the right side, so let's look for Ramos to pick one of those 2 guys.
Yeah, I think you're probably right here. Tick over a minute left in the game. Ramos fakes a handoff to Renner, looking to his right. He's got his H-back, that's Brand, number 12, makes a couple guys miss and gets all the way down to about the 10.
Yeah, that was a really good job of a clearing out by both Wiggins and Hale. They went down and crossed over the middle, and that opened up Brand on that little out pattern.
Yeah, they're going to call him down at the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and goal here for the Lions from the 10. Ramos relaying the plays to his linemen. Little under a minute left here. Puts a man in motion, it's Brand. Ramos takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Renner. He's looking to his right. He's got Brand, he overthrows him by quite a bit.
Yeah, Brand was well covered, so he just airmailed that one.
Yeah,
Stop the clock.
Probably the right call there. Stop the clock. Got 28 seconds left to work with here. Would have hated to try to force that in there and end the season on an interception.
Boy, for sure. Absolutely. Ramos having a much better series on this particular go-round, finding a couple of receivers, and it helps to have a little bit better protection, too.
It really does. Ramos relaying the play to his lineman. Sent at the 14, puts Brand in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Renner. Renner goes around the left side. Gets up to about the 5, it looks like.
Number 0,
I think the Lions are going to take a timeout and maybe try to punch this one in the end zone with 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. As that's going to bring up third down here.
I think they thought they might catch Crandall looking for a pass, but it didn't fool the Pirates at all. They stopped Renner for virtually no gain.
Yeah, it looked like he picked up, I think, maybe about a yard on the play, if that.
Well, the season's wrapping up here, Bentley.
It is 20 seconds left on this 2024 season.
First year for Coach Collins. We see a lot of hugging going on down there on the Greenville sideline. These guys have had a tough road to hoe, and those who have stuck it out they're truly a family.
They really are. So we see Ramos looking at a 3rd and 9 situation here, we're going to call it.
I'd love to see the Lions be able to punch this one in and end a difficult season with a touchdown.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go, 3rd and 9. Puts a man in motion, it's Brand. Ramos takes a snap, he rolls to his right. He's under pressure. He throws, and he overthrows Hale there. Hale, who's first target of the game, I believe.
I believe you're right.
14 seconds here.
Caleb Hale, also a senior. Would have been a storybook ending if the senior would have been able to bring that one down for a Greenville touchdown. This is going to do it. It's 4th down.
This will be the final play of offense, at least. Final play probably on the season for the Lions here.
Barring a penalty.
Barring a penalty. Ramos takes the snap. He looks to his right. He's under a lot of pressure.
A tough way to end the season.
A tough way to go, exactly. So he's going to get sacked at about the 29-yard line there.
Turnover on downs.
Kind of a microcosm of the season right there.
Yeah.
Just
it kind of is.
Just not a whole lot of good things going on for the Greenville Lions program.
Yep. But it's a program that's got plenty of young players, and it's been a tough season, but they got a lot to build on for next year.
Yeah, they've got 38-20 heritage over Kaufman.
From Mesquite, Terrell 35, Mesquite Poteet 14.
35-14 Terrell over Mesquite Poteet. So there's a couple of finals for you. We're not unexpected.
No, not unexpected at all. So, but when you look at a team, when you look at this roster, they've got numerous guys, including Dumas, Whitus, Devin Stroud, who we haven't seen since like the 1st or 2nd game of the season, who's been gone with injury, Rodriguez, Ethan Brand, and plenty of others that'll be back next year.
Yeah.
Trenton Clayton, who we saw step up in a huge way in these last 2 games, and I'll be excited to see what he can do next year as a senior.
Yeah.
That'll bring our final score here in Crandall. Pirates 49, Lions 7, as we see both sides shaking hands at the 50-yard line. And
a long season for Coach Collins and in his initial foray with the Greenville team. But it will take a break, and I think we'll take a break. No break. All right, we'll wrap it up here. Let's just talk about the prospects offensively for Greenville next year real quickly. You got Phoenix Rodriguez, first of all. You got to start with him.
Yeah, we saw some good stuff from Rodriguez early in the season, and I can't help but imagine that connection between him and him and Whitus is just going to get stronger.
Yeah, Whitus
as
just
they
a sophomore.
play together.
Tobias Abram, a sophomore running back. Joshua Rojas, a junior kicker. Damian Bankston, Levi Davenport up front. So that's the guys on offense. On defense, of course, Jamorian Hamilton is going to be your leader next year again. Ethan Brand will be there again. Makai McEwen, Cash Garcia, Mark Dumas, Z. Armstrong Teeters, Ligarian Sarich, Mario Valentine. Just have a lot of quality players there. If they can just put it together and get a little momentum, a little confidence, turn this program around.
Yeah, I agree. And like we said, they got a lot of good young underclassmen players. And when this season started, we knew that the way Collins was running this team was the people who show up and the people that work hard are the people that are going to get playing time. And so I fully imagine that that'll be the same way next season. And having all these young guys on varsity, they're going to do nothing but grow. And so I expect to see this team be much better next year. And I'm looking forward to next season and what's going to happen for this line program.
As well. So that's going to do it for the season for the Greenville Lions. They finish with 1-9. The final score here at Pirate Stadium in Crandall 49, Greenville 7. So for Matthew Middleton, Bentley Love, and David Claiborne, I'm Bob Muty saying, have a wonderful evening, God bless you, and we'll see you next season.
This video has been brought to you by Geus. Geus is your community-owned provider for electric, internet, cable TV, and true local programming.